Law enforcement in U.S. border towns now say the steady stream of migrants trying to cross into the country is the perfect cover for a drug runner. Here's what one sheriff from a southern Texas county told the New York Post. So now with the family units coming across, you might have a mother come in, say a mother with 3 children. Well, the cartels say you can cross with 1 child. We're going to take 2 children. And we're going to use those 2 children to smuggle 2 others and pretend that those are family units, end quote. Derek Maltz, former special agent in charge, the DEA Special Ops Division, with me now. And Derek, good morning to you. You heard that quote there. Does that make sense to you?
Absolutely, Bill. I mean, the cartels are a multi-billion-dollar enterprise. They're going to exploit the weaknesses with the open, radical border policies. And they're going to take advantage not only to get the migrants in and get paid millions of dollars, but to smuggle the drugs that are killing our citizens at record levels.
Well, here is Tom Homan. I don't know if you heard him earlier in the hour. He was hot on fire. This was his issue. Here's what he said about that.
There's over 1,000 a day. Border Patrol estimates 1,000 a day are getting away. So there's over 30,000 that are getting by the Border Patrol in a month. Who are they? Do they have COVID? Are they criminals? Are they carrying drugs, fentanyl, opioids? That's what makes this a national security crisis.
Yeah. How much money are they making, do you think, Derek, based on all that?
Millions of dollars a week just from the migrants, but they're making billions of dollars. You saw Chapo Guzman on Forbes' richest people in the world. But here's the bigger picture, Bill. The Chinese are using the Mexican cartels as proxies to destabilize America by killing our youth, right? They're providing the chemicals. They're moving the money for the cartels. It's just like Iran uses Hezbollah as proxies. This is a national security threat, and unfortunately, the mainstream media is not covering the topic. They're covering it up. Tom Homan's an expert. He knows what he's talking about. Brandon Judd is an expert from Border Patrol. He said that Trump had the migrant crisis, resolved, basically with the migrant protection protocols that have been eliminated. So we have a very serious situation, but the kids are being exploited with the human traffickers and the drug smuggling, and it's really, really scary times. They're flooding the zone so they can distract
Sorry
them.
about the interruption. Homan said that they destroyed the programs that were set up for them in 2 weeks. 2 weeks' time. Here's a quote: anywhere from $1,000 to $1,500 for every single body, and you put a number to it, and you can figure out how much money they are making.
Right. I mean, you look at some of the special interest aliens like the Russians or the Middle Easterners, they're getting like $9,000, $10,000 a person. You look at the Guatemalans, many of them are poor, and they're taking $3,000 from them. But here's the thing, they're tagging them like cattle. They're tracking them so they can get paid. And if they don't get paid, then the families that are left behind, they suffer. They get hurt, they get kidnapped, they get killed.
Our policies are feeding that.
Absolutely. Yeah, you open border, come into America, everything's free. What about all the homeless in America? What about the National Guard sleeping on the floors in the garages? But we're going to spend $86 million on hotels to put the migrants. The DOD is now opening up their bases to house these migrants. It's absolutely out of control. And there's a reason they sent FEMA down there. FEMA is for emergencies and disasters. So don't listen to the disconnected politicians in Washington. They're covering up what's happening on the border.
I just don't think many people thought that you can make more money smuggling human beings than you could on drugs, because that was where the attention was for so many years. Derek, final comment. Got to roll.
Bill, here's the bottom line. Terrorists are tapping into the resources of crime, and these terrorist organizations like Hezbollah and others around the world are taking total advantage, working with the cartels. And we have to start stepping up the game. We must declare them as terrorists in Mexico and start treating them as terrorists, because they're killing our kids at record levels.
Derek Maltz, former DEA. Thank you, sir, for coming on today.